will observe, I am saying that acids are reacting with the bases, they will form respect to salt plus water. So that is why this is called as neutralization. This is also another example of neutralization reaction. So what is the meaning of neutralize means? When acid is reacting with the base, both will neutralize each other. Means the sense of their reaction will become nullified and they will form respect to salt and water. So that is why you can observe. What is the respect to salt here? What is that salt called as here? What is that salt called as here in this reaction? Sodium chloride. So if you observe this sodium chloride, it is neither acidic medium or not basic medium. That is why this is called as a third part of our compounds called as salts. Do you understanding all of you? That is called as salts. So this NaCl is what? Neither acidic nor basic in nature. Basic in nature. That is what you have to remember. So now, even we can carry out this reaction. We have studied to test this. We have indicators. So we have so many indicators. So now we can carry out this test in the chemical laboratory, because in practical session they may give you this example. So by this time you have to prove it, including the colors. So now how we can carry out the neutralization reaction between hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide solution in the laboratory. So now for that we will use one indicator. What is the three common indicators? Can anybody say? Please tell me.
So litmus paper, methyl blue and phenolphthalein.
Methyl orange and phenolphthalein, correct? So now to test this neutralization reaction laboratory, you please all of you consider, we will use the one indicator called as, what is that? By this time you may understand. What is that? Phenolphthalein. Understand, Ra? Why, sir? Why can't we use another one? We can easily do with this, and we can observe some color change also. That is why we can say this. This is called as, we are using some indicator called as phenolphthalein solution as an indicator in this experiment. Do you understanding, Ra? Experiment to verify what? Experiment to verify what it is this? Experiment to verify acids reacting with the base, or we can say that to show the neutralization reaction. Both we can do it. Now, what we have to do means here, phenolphthalein solution. What is the color of the phenolphthalein basically? This is the indicator. What is the color of the phenolphthalein? What is the color of the phenolphthalein? Basically, I told you.
It's colorless.
Now you will say, before what happened? I don't know. So it is the colorless indicator. So now, if we add it to the basic solution, what is the color? If the color indicator, if this phenolphthalein added to the basic solution, what is the color of the solution? The solution will turn into what? The solution, the indicator, which will give you which color?
Pink color.
Pink color. That is what you have to remember. So when this phenolphthalein reacting with a basic solution or aqueous solution, it will give you what? Pink color. Now, if it is acidic solution, what is the color? If it is
Yellow
acidic
color.
wrong. Acidic solution, it is not methyl orange or some other thing. I'm asking solution. What is that? Remains in the same color. So means in the sense of what? It is remains a colorless substance. It is what? Remains colorless, and not only for acidic medium, it is also colorless for another solution also. What is that solution? Neutralized solution. No understanding, Ra? For neutral solution also, it will show only colorless only. So for acidic solution as well as neutral solution, the color, the pink, the phenolphthalein color is what? Colorless only. So we can use this indicator in this experiment. Only when it is reacting with the basic solutions, phenolphthalein turns into which color? MCQ. What is the color? Base.
Pink.
Pink color.
Pink color. Now, let us discuss. Let us carry out this neutralization reaction. What we have to do means, first we have to take certain kind of conical flask. What we have to take? Conical flask we have to take it. So the conical flask means like this it will be there. This is called as conical flask. What we should call? Conical flask. Do you understanding? All of you? Chemistry laboratory will be there. I will show you when the situation will come. So you have to take conical flask. conical flask we have to take it. Now what we have to do means we have to take 5 ml of dilute sodium hydroxide solution. So just 5 ml of 5 ml of how much ra? 5 ml of sodium hydroxide solution. Do you understanding? Please tell me. Now, if you'll add 2 or 3 drops of, with the help of dropper, you can remember, with the help of dropper, you can add 2 or 3 drops of phenolphthalein indicator. Which indicator are here? Phenolphthalein. Understanding? Phenolphthalein. Please tell me. Phenolphthalein indicator. So immediately, if it is, what will happen? Sodium hydroxide I am taking. So that what will happen, Ra? What will happen? It will turns into which one? Immediately it will turns into pink color. That is what. So I have taken base. I am adding phenolphthalein indicator so that it will turns into pink color. Now this is the first step. Now add dilute hydrochloric acid to the above. Understand in this case, so you please add after adding the indicator. Now remove the indicator, means in the sense of keep it aside. Now you have to pour. What is that? Hydrochloric acid in this. What you have to add? Hydrochloric acid. Understanding? With the help of again drop wise only. Everything we have to add drop wise hydrochloric acid. Now you can observe this. If you start shaking this, conical flask, then you can see slowly the pink color will be disappear and it will be turns into what? The pink color will disappear and it will be turns into what? Pink color will be disappear and it will turns into what?
Colorless.
Turn into colorless because of we are adding what? Acid. Correct or not? That is what. So if we'll add certain volume of hydrochloric acid, we will find that the pink color will disappear and it will turns into what? Turns into what? Colorless. That is what you have to remember. So the full solution will turns into colorless. Now, at this particular stage, whenever we are getting this colorless solution, now again, if you start adding sodium hydroxide, again what will happen? Tell me able to say. So now we have a colorless solution. Again, I'm adding after HCl. Again, you have to add sodium hydroxide. If you add, again what will happen? Sodium hydroxide. Again, slowly I'm adding. So again, what will happen? The colorless substance will be testing into what? The colorless of phenolphthalein indicator changes again from where? Again, it will turns into
Pink color.
Pink color. Whenever added acid or neutral, colorless, added base, pink color. So again, if we add the hydrochloric acid from the dropper, the colorless phenolphthalein indicator changes from again what? Again what now? Pink we got. If you add sodium hydroxide, it is turning into pink. Now if you add again acid, again it will turns into what? Again it will turns into what? Again it will turns into colorless substances. Do you understanding all of you? Colorless. That is what will happen. That's all. So this is what you have to remember. So as we know that whenever we are adding a base, it will turns into pink color. Whenever we are adding acid, it is turns into what? Turns into colorless substance. So that is indicating what? Reaction is taking place between acid and base, so that they will give you what? Respective salt among with the water. Correct or not? Nobody will say. That's all. So this is what the 6th property of acids. So now coming to the 7th property of acid. 7th property of acid, if you observe. So what do you want? Tell me. What is the 7th property? Now metal over. Metal after immediately what will come? Metal after metal oxide will come. What will come? What will come? Metal oxides. Understanding? So now that is what our 7th property. Please write. Acids react with metal oxides to to form salt and water. Salt and water. Yeah, can you able to say? Example, what is the standard equation? Now I am asking. Metal oxide reacting with acid. What is the products we used to get? Please let me know. What is the products we used to get? We used to get respective salt plus we used to get water. So this is enough for us. So that is what we can see. The metal oxides is reacting with acids. They also will form respective salt and water. Can anybody give example? Example, please.
Sir, zinc oxide.
Zinc oxide, ZnO2. Is it yes or no? ZnO2 or ZnO? Let it be ZnO.
Methanol.
Because zinc 2 plus, oxygen 2 minus. So by crisscrossing, we used to get Zn2O2, but always lowest fractions, which will come ZnO. Purinjicha? Yes or no? Now, ZnO reacting with acid, hydrochloric acid. So what will happen? Please tell me. It will form zinc chloride.
Chloride plus water.
Water, H2O. Do you understand, Igra? Solungra. So that is what we want. So this is all about water. ZnO. Correct or not? Zinc oxide, metal oxide reacting with the acid. For example, one more example. Copper oxide. Last class you have studied. Copper oxide. Last chapter. Copper oxide also we can call it as what? Cupric oxide. What we should call it? Cupric oxide. Or else we can call it as copper 2 oxide. Copper 2 oxide. So it will react with water. It will react with what? Hydrochloric acid.
Hydrochloric acid.
Again, so this is what actually is solid. Copper 2 oxide, cupric oxide, which will react and it will form. Can you guess it? What it will form? CuCl2.
Copper chloride.
Cl2 oxide state. Copper chloride. Plus it will form one more product
Water.
called as water. So this is what, understand the reaction between metal oxides, not metals. Metals are also different. Metal oxide also different. So it will reacting with the metal oxides. Understand acids, then they will form respective salt and along with the one more byproduct called as, what is the byproduct here? Water. Do you understand? Yes or no? That is what to remember it. So this is all about the seventh property of what? Water. Huh? Nobody will say. Now, also metal oxide is not. Now, seventh property 7.2 you can take. Metals also react with metals oxides only, not metal hydroxides also. What is that? Metal hydroxides reacting with acid, then they will form again the same thing, respect to salt plus water. Is it yes or no? Metal hydroxide. Any example of metal hydroxide? Anybody? Any example of metal hydroxide, please?
Sir, sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide.
So, for example, can I take magnesium hydroxide? Magnesium hydroxide reacting with hydrochloric acid. What will come? Can you able to say?
Magnesium chloride plus water.
Plus water.
Plus water. So water H2O. So 2H, correct? So here 4H2O you can take it. That's all. So 4H2O means, but it is not matching. So we have to take, what is the balancing equation? So try to balance it.
Sir, 2H2O. Sir.
2H2O. Okay. Then hydrogens are there 4, correct? So 2H2O, enough. But chlorines are 1 only. So here how much it will come? So here 3 only, correct? Here also 2. That's all. Balance.
2, sir.
Like that. So you can observe here, metal hydroxide reacting with acid, you will form respective salt plus water. So you want one more thing. What is that you said? Sodium oxide. Sodium hydroxide, correct? Sodium
Yes, sir.
hydroxide is only used to called as what? Base. One more thing you can say. Any other thing if you know, you can tell me. potassium hydroxide.
For calcium hydroxide.
Potassium hydroxide, if you take, it will react with hydrochloric acid. Sorry. So which will form. What will form? Potassium chloride. Do you understand? KCl, potassium chloride, because K plus 1, Cl minus 1. Also, we used to get respect to water. That is what H2O. Any doubt? Anybody? Please ask me. Clear? Padmarshini, Arun Kartikeyan, Ganapati, Harini. Anybody having any doubt, you can ask me. That's all. This is what you have to remember. So, if you'll observe very carefully, so this is what the reaction between seventh property, reacting between metal oxides and acid, as well as metal hydroxides and acid. Okay, na? Please tell me. This is what, if somebody, you have to remember. Suddenly, you know that Sir said only metal oxides, acids react with the metal oxides and they will form respective salt and water. What about metal hydroxides? Then that too also, they will react with acids and they will form respective salt and water. So that is what you have to remember. Any doubt till here, ask me please, kindly. Clear? All of you? So now if you understand this, this is the seventh property. Now coming to the eighth property, the last property of acids. Later we'll go for exercise and what do all these acids have in common. That is all we'll study. Now what is the last property? Anybody? Yes, Nitinath. Correct only. Metal hydroxide means base only. That is. So what is the last property? Any guess? Anybody? Acids have, suppose if you pour the acid on anywhere like paper or metal or somewhere, it will start eating it. Is it yes or no? Like in a sense of burning reaction will take place so that it will be disappear. That is only we should call it as, if you pour on metals, metals also will damage. So that is what we should call as corrosion. What we should call? What we should call, corrosion. Remember that. So now, right, the last property of acids is acids have corrosive nature. Write it. Acids have corrosion. What is the meaning of corrosive? Anybody? Corrosive in nature. Corrosive nature.
Rusting.
Rusting. Rusting is only for ironing, iron. Remaining all the metal we used to call as corrosion. Means the spoiling of metals is only called as corrosion. Those who don't know the meaning can write it. Spoiling. Spoiling the life of metals or any substances, metals or substances. That is what we should call as, what we should call corrosive in nature. Do you understand? Yes or no? Please tell me. So now, for example, sir, how they are corrosive in nature? For example, acid will fall on our skin will be burning. If it will fall on wood, wood also will burn. If it will fall on somewhere, everywhere, cast, like in the sense of some kind of a, what I can say, like in the sense of some kind of stoneworks and all, everywhere you can see, because of this acid's corrosive nature, some like statues also, old statues like in Egypt and all, that statue is almost damaged because of what? Because when the atmosphere is having this all the kind of acids, so they will react with that chemically, so that they will damage that monuments and all. That is what you have to remember. So if you observe, acids are corrosive in nature. So if you take the mineral acids, not the organic acid. Remember, organic acid are very good for our health. So organic acid is not. Another kind of acids. What is that called as? What is that called as?
Mineral acid.
Please respond me. So if you take this mineral acids, so these mineral acids causes, already I have discussed with you, severe burns on the skin. Is it yes or no? Is it yes or no? Yes. Severe burns on the skin. That is what you have to remember. Skin, and they will attack the eat up materials, everything, skin, and attack eat up materials. What is the eat up materials? Anybody? What is the eat up materials in our home? Do you have a cloth? Do you have a cloth? Wood? metal structures and stonework, they are everything they said to be corrosive in nature. So if you'll observe, so that because mineral acids contains so much concentration of acid, so very dangerous. So if you'll add this one, then you can see it may catch the fire by other substances near to it, and also it may attack on cloth, wood, metal structures, like whatever the metals, everything will be reacting with this the stone work. So that is why they are said to be a single word. What is that word called as? Corrosive. That's all. So nothing is there. They are called as corrosive. Any doubt till here? Anybody ask? Clear? Yes, sir. So now if you understand this, then from here, what is this corrosion of this acids have corrosion, and later we'll go, sir, I am saying acid every time. So what does it contain? We have so many acids we have seen. I am saying you hydrochloric acid, I am saying you sulfuric acid, I am saying you nitric acid, I am saying you vinegar, CH3COOH. What we should call? What is it called? CH3COOH is called as what? Is called as what, I am asking. Nobody will say, "Are acetic acid, correct? What is this, man?" So, like this, so many acetic acid, CH3COOH, like that if we'll take next, so many other like fellows are also responding, and it will be producing like, what is the common thing? If you'll observe all these substances, you may notice it: hydrochloric acid,
Hydrogen is common, sir.
nitric acid, and all this acetic acid, everything if you'll observe, what is the common thing? What they have containing? Why we used to call them as acids? Because of they contains hydrogen plus ion. So we will study that also. What is this hydrogen ion plus, and why it is behaving like acidic nature? Because of this ion. That is all we'll study in the next class. And also you can see, if you want to study to show that all the compounds containing hydrogen, they are not acids, that is also we'll study one activity. Because some other substances, suppose if you take water also having hydrogen, but is it mean that is it the acid? Is it the acid? Suppose if you take hydrochloric acid, hydrogen is there. Sulfuric acid, hydrogen is there. Nitric acid, hydrogen is there. But water also having hydrogen. So it does not mean that it is the it is the acid. Is it yes or no? So to verify that, given the substances which contain hydrogen, also they are not acids. To verify that, we will do some experiment. That is all I will teach you in the next class. So with this, I will start the today's class. I think tomorrow we'll end the acid concept. Later we'll go to the bases. That's all. So with this, I will stop. Thank you so much, all of you. All of you prepare well. All the best. Thank you.